I've been teaching English for a while now, and let me tell you, it was never something I ever thought I would do, not even as a part time job. And yet, here I am, happily getting ready for work and actually enjoying every bit of it. I take the bus and mentally preparing myself for the morning traffic. The area around my workplace is very corporate. You've got little cafes on every corner, food courts, malls, and fancy restaurants. And it actually gets really crowded on Fridays after the Friday prayers. You see stalls all around this area with delicious Malaysian food and snacks. Now the entrance of this building, pretty cool. And this is my favorite part of the job, especially the cafeteria. Students always come here during their 15 to 20 minutes break and it's usually packed. Full disclaimer, this area around the elevator does not look like this. It's never this empty. So honestly, I think everybody in this building just magically disappeared today as if they knew I was going to vlog and decided they were allergic to cameras. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay. I mean, think about it. You go in to get a physical.
Time to prep lesson plans. First things first, I check what needs to be covered today. Usually it's best to plan everything the day before, but yesterday I chose to head home early and recharge instead. I'm all about choosing peace and starting the day with a fresh mind. I usually come up with random games so that after teaching we get to have a bit fun too. I like going the extra mile because I love my students. I do. If there's one thing teaching has taught me, it's this. There's always printing involved. Always, always, always. Today I've got only 2 classes, but since their final exams are coming up soon, I'm also preparing extra revision exercises because I care. Or maybe because I love giving them extra homework. Hi guys, morning! You guys don't sit together again. It's your last day. No homework. 2 homeworks. There are 2 ways I assess my students' understanding. The first one is pretty simple. When they finish their classwork, they get to roll this cute little thing, I call it the hot potato, and pass it to their favorite person in class. And whoever ends up with it gets a question. Here is the fun part though. Some of them pause like they're making a life decision. And I tell them, guys, it's okay. The world doesn't end here. You've got still grammar tests to worry about. Anyway, moving on to the second rule. Every day they have to queue up and I ask them grammar questions. And if they get it right, they can sit down. Soon the class ended and I had about a 25 minutes break before the next one, which is communication class. It's basically where the students talk more than the teacher, which is honestly my favorite part. The class was about to start when Omar tried to sneak out for some water, hoping I wouldn't notice, and at the same time another Omar showed up right on time. Apparently one Omar per class just isn't enough. Look at this gentleman. He's from Yemen. Unlike grammar or writing classes, this one is all about vocabulary, speaking, and building confidence. It's usually more engaging because I come up with all sorts of random activities just to keep them talking. I mean, who doesn't like sitting back watching their students do all the talking while they just supervise? Anyway, before I hand out the worksheets, I always like to spend the first few minutes just catching up with them, asking how they're doing and how their week's been. Then I introduce new phrases or expressions. I usually explain them using the students' names or real life situations. It just makes everything more relatable and hilarious sometimes. After that, I assign them new partners and I let them talk it out. I only step in if they have questions or if they're unsure about how to use a phrase in context. Now, if you ask me how I find teaching, I would say it's fulfilling. But if you ask me on a deeper level, I would say it comes with a lot of responsibility. Lesson plans aren't just about what's in the book. I find myself thinking of new ideas while heading home, sitting on the bus, doing dishes, literally everywhere. My brain is always running like, oh, that could be a fun activity. That's when you know you actually love what you do. Each class has a different module and teaching style, but one thing that keeps me from stressing over difficult topics is knowing I always have a backup plan. If a lesson feels heavy, I'll switch it up with an activity to bring the energy back. Now, confession time. I love seeing my students progress, but marking writing tasks is definitely not my favorite part of teaching. It's time consuming, especially when you're trying to read handwriting that looks like a secret code. But honestly, nothing makes me happier than seeing them improve, catching their own mistakes, writing better. That's the best part of it all. So yeah, I guess we can call it a day. Now it's the best season in Malaysia, rain season. It's been raining all day long. Although Malaysia has only one season, my students might not notice much of a difference when it rains, since most of them are only here for a short while. But after living here for almost 9 years, I definitely can. You can just tell when the season shifts. The air feels cooler, the rain sounds calmer, and everything suddenly looks like it's from a cinematic slow-mo movie. And there's a huge, beautiful mall nearby. You can get there either by crossing the road, which feels like a survival challenge, honestly, or by taking the escalator bridge. And public transport, forget it. I think if you had wings, that might actually be your best option. And this is my absolute favorite spot, the skateboarding park. I just love standing here and watching people skate.